Engaging Artists is a fellowship program for emerging artists looking to develop their socially engaged practice. We started in 2014 focusing on poverty and homelessness, and ever since we've expanded to issues of aging and immigration. This year we're dealing specifically with both housing rights and immigration.
I like to work in a way that engages people in dialogue around social issues and addressing them with creativity as a tool for social justice. The title of this series that I've been working on for several years now is Fragile City. And it's a series of installations. I make them out of cheesecloth and sometimes other different types of fabric that I cut and dye to look like buildings. They look like they're not solid buildings. They look kind of ephemeral, or sometimes they look like they're actually falling apart. It's about an experience of the city as architecture that's not permanent. I think it's interesting to think about the nature of architecture and how we take it for granted as something that's permanent and that we're forced to interact with and deal with, which is true, but it's also something that is not permanent at all. I love working with the material of cheesecloth. I feel like I can use it as a way to address issues around vulnerability, whether we're vulnerable because of economic reasons, cultural reasons, racial reasons. I've come to appreciate the fact that I can use delicate-looking textiles to think about some of these issues.
The goal for Engaging Artists is really to get artists more involved in community affairs and also for people to realize that artists really have a lot of useful skills. The way artists think through problems and really open up spaces for conversation is also something that we want the public to generally understand about the way artists work. What we really want to see is for more people throughout New York City to understand that public art and art making can be a way in which to actually talk about community issues.